Welcome to a new vision of Ethiopia, where bucolic landscape reveals bountiful coffee cherries, unexplored sandstone towers reach 500 feet into the sky, and a century-old wild coffee trees hold the future of both a nation and a specialty coffee. Ethiopia is developing in the global consciousness beyond its history of drought, famine, and war. It's doing so by embracing the heritage and potential of its defining crop. In Ethiopia, coffee is more than a way of life. It is a way of everyday living. It defines story, community, and ritual. Climb to a rooftop in eastern Ethiopia and look out over a 9th century shrine bracketed by purpling cherries in the sun. Drive through the Kaffa region and over cherries nestled in potholes, vying for their slice of the sky. Ethiopia has more than 100 tribes and over 240 dialects. Throughout the country, coffee is used as a brew, a medicine, a food, and a lifeblood. Coffee Story Ethiopia is the story of coffee as life and of coffee as opportunity. Ethiopia is home to over 10,000 different types of coffee. Single origin cultivation has just begun to explore the true genetic diversity available. As Ethiopia delves more deeply into its coffee roots, the global coffee culture is expanding its celebration of taste distinction. The number of tastes possible is equal only to the number of stories. Coffee Story Ethiopia tells these stories through images and vignettes that capture the spirit of coffee in Ethiopia. In 1307, a monk decreed that only coffee, lemons, and hops would be grown on a 17 square kilometer peninsula on the edge of Lake Tana, the birthplace of the Blue Nile. 8 centuries later, that law is still upheld. In Harar, dried coffee leaves fill 13th century stone houses to be stored for tea. Beans are saved for the celebration of Ramadan and eaten with a thick sauce of butter and sugar atop a barley pancake. Deep in the Amaro Mountains, if an unexpected visitor crosses your threshold the moment your coffee boils, you are destined for good relations. Origin Point Press has traveled deep into the heart of Ethiopia to compile the first book ever devoted exclusively to the culture of coffee in the land of coffee's heritage.